Brands, you spend millions on advertising and still wonder why isn't anyone buying our product? Let me help you out. It's not them, it's or more specifically, it's the director you didn't hire. You're losing money faster than a kid at a candy store with a broken piggy bank. And why? Because you thought anyone could make a film, right? Spoiler, they can't. I worked on over 150 TV commercials for brands like Vivo, Uber, Times of India, Toyota, and many more. And what I've learned is that every brand has its unique voice. My job as a director is to bring that voice to life, to find that one moment, that one image, that one feeling that resonates with the audience. It's a challenge every time, and that's what makes it so exhilarating. Let's break it down. Your product is amazing, your message is clear, and your target audience totally nailed. But then you go and hire, let's call the Larry the lowest bidder. Larry's great at holding a camera, sure, but cinematic storytelling? That's like asking your cousin to bake a wedding cake because, hey, they've seen a YouTube tutorial. Not gonna work. But that director is so easy to work with. He's a friend of my cousin's sister. Oh, I know him from, somebody. If your judgment of hiring a director is based on these things, well, good luck, because there will be directors who might be very candid with you, who are straight shooters, would tell you how they feel, might not to be your liking. But these might be the directors who would be able to give you the right expectations, deliver a film which is truthful and straightforward, rather than all the faff to make your ego feel good. Hire those directors who is not just talking right or making good-looking films. Does he come from an advertising background? Does he have a psychological background? Is he providing an input a little more deeper than what your script that the agency has come up with? Is there any other value addition that the director is bringing onto the script which is more than what is there on the script or what you have thought of? That should be the key assessment point for you. We can't afford a high-end director. Oh, really? So what you're saying is that you rather throw cash into ads that don't convert and keep wondering why your brand feels invisible. Great strategy. What you should be asking is, how much money are you losing by not using a proper film director? When you hire someone who only knows how to press record, it's flat, it's uninspired, it's what we call a skip button masterpiece. The right director doesn't just shoot pretty footage. They know how to sell. They know how to take your product and weave it into a story that actually resonates with people. Like the difference between a microwave dinner and a 5-star meal. One night fill you up, but the other, it's an experience. If this tough love is hitting home, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you don't want to miss more tips on how to stop wasting your ad budget. Hit that bell icon too, because just like good directors, great content deserves attention. Let me guess, you've been burned by one of those next big thing directors who came at a great price but delivered something that barely got a like on social media. Look, budget constraints are real, I get it, but here's the reality. When you skimp on a director, you're not saving money, you're losing it big time. But we'll hire a good one next time. Sure you will. But by then, your competition has already hired the best and their ads are winning all the attention you thought you were gonna get. Oof, feels bad, doesn't it? That's what happens when you think a good director is a luxury and not a necessity. The right director is more than just someone who knows how to operate a camera. They are storytellers, they are psychologists. They know what makes your audience tick. They understand pacing, emotion, and visual impact, the stuff that sells. Your product isn't just a product, it's a feeling, an experience. And the right director knows how to make your audience feel something. He has done a very similar ad. Yeah, so he's gonna give you a very similar result, right? If you keep looking for a director who's done exactly the same as what the script is, well, the approach is wrong. Why? Because the directors who come from a different perspective will have a lot more to value add and make your ad look different and fresh that people would love. If he is an expert car director, does not mean that the other directors can't do. The best example to give you, would you have expected the guy who did Hangover in Hollywood was the same director who did Joker, right? I mean, one is a complete comedy and the other one is intense and intricate and a lot more in detail, right? There are a lot of directors. For example, my reel is very versatile and I have done from car films to emotional films to comedy. And every time I've tried a different genre, they've only gotten better. They only look better because I'm able to bring my life experience and my skills of filmmaking from a very different genre to apply into this one. Now, look for directors who have the capability to adapt into something new. Hear him out and, rather than just putting people into boxes and saying this is a car director and he'll only do cars for the rest of his life until eternity. Give the guy to work on probably a food commercial or another commercial because, what he could bring into that commercial would be very fresh and very different. And that difference is your tool of arsenal to make it a viral film, or that's what could resonate with the audience way more than the normal films.
I miss the feeling of home. So I'm gonna play guitar, play supersonic, tearing the plastic you got. Sing the stars when I'm back to where the skies come from. And flashback. Don't feel alone with everything. I see you chasing. I see you chasing. Scars come from a flashback.
See that's the kind of ad people remember. The kind that drives sales. And it doesn't happen by accident. It happens because you had the good sense to hire a director who understands both film and the psychology of buying. So here's your wake-up call, brands. You can keep tossing money into mediocre ads, or you can invest in a director who knows how to turn your message into magic. Your choice. One path leads to more skip ads, the other to sales. If this video gave you the push you needed, hit the thumbs up button, share it with your marketing team, and let me know in the comments what's the worst ad you've ever seen. I know we've got a few. Until next time, keep your ads cinematic, your directors top tier, and your budgets smart. See you in the next one.